Now, I'm not some big shot classical composer that has hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of performances every year. I'm talking about you, Steve Rice, John Adams, and the like. My goal with this series of videos is to make sure that you have the confidence to be able to A. Join ASCAP as both a writer and a publisher. B, to register all the works in your catalog that you want registered. C, to be able to notify ASCAP when you have a performance. And D, I want to make sure that you're able to audit your royalty statement so that you can make sure that you are indeed paid for every single one of these performances that you had. So without further ado, let me show you how to join ASCAP. Go ahead and go to ascap.com, ASCAP.com. And make sure you hit Music Creators here on the left-hand side and go ahead and click Join. So now that you're in this membership application window, you'll see that there are 3 distinct groups that you can sign up for. You can either do writer and publisher, writer, or publisher. Don't sign up just as a writer. Don't sign up just as a publisher. Sign up as both a writer and a publisher. You must do this, must do it, must do it, must do it, must do it. You must do it. Now, why must you do it? The reason you must do it is because as the composer of that work, not only are you the writer of that music, you're also, whether you like it or not, the publisher of that music. What that means in a financial sense is that you, as the writer of that music, are entitled to 50% of the royalties generated from that public performance of that work. Now, if you don't apply also as your own publisher, you lose the other 50% of those residuals that you are entitled to. If you don't apply as a publisher, guess what? That money goes into the ether. I remember the first orchestral performance I had when I was like 19 years old. I didn't get any publisher money from that. I just got the writer money. So I lost out on 50% of the total take-home royalty that I should have had. So please don't do this yourself. Make sure that you apply as both a writer and a publisher at this step. This would be your easiest step to do that. So after you select writer and publisher, scroll down and select individual to classify yourself as the publisher of the work. Then click continue. Go ahead and fill out the rest of the form on your own. The last step will be for you to pay the $100 application fee. You are now both a writer and a publisher member of ASCAP. The next step is for you to register your works. Go to ASCAP's homepage and select Login. It will ask you to select your account. Click the top option, Music Creators Login. Through this portal, you can access both your writer account and publisher account. For now, let's access the writer account. All right, so now you should be logged in as a writer, and you'll see right at the top here on my dashboard, Saad Nadim Haddad. There you go, that's my writer name. Now you scroll down to the works. This will be the most important thing that you'll have to do if you've never opened an ASCAP account. So go ahead and start registering the works that you've composed. So now I'm going to put in the work title, Sonata for Violin and Amplified Didgeridoo. There we go. And now you go down here to Writers and Publishers. Now this is where the 50% shares come into play. I want to put here myself as the writer, Saad Nadim Haddad, and you can see that ASCAP already saved that information here. Role, composer, share. The maximum you can put here is 50%. I'm going to go ahead and put my publisher, Dib Press. This is just me, by the way. And now I'm going to put 50% as my share here. Now, most of the things down here, especially if you're a contemporary classical composer, you're not going to have to put down. But these are the ones that I recommend that you put down when you're registering your work. You want to go ahead and put, is this a concert work? If not, skip. You don't want to skip this, so go ahead and click this. Now, be sure to put whether this piece is complete in one movement or multi-movement. Let's say that you have a piece that's complete in one movement. Now you scroll down, you see the duration in hours, minutes, and seconds. So for example, if now you have 10 minutes. Then you go down here to ensemble type. This is kind of funny. They have all these different kinds of ensembles. Audience, gamelan. They have mandolin orchestra. Oh, what's above that? Landler Capel. For our purposes, what we're going to do is ignore this instrument type up here for this piece, since it's for violin and amplified didgeridoo. So what we're going to do is look for violin. Here's violin. That was easy. You put one part, and then you add another instrument, didgeridoo. So let's see. Oh, wow, they do have didgeridoo right here. So let's go ahead and click that. Put one. And since this is an amplified didgeridoo, we're going to put another instrument here. I'm going to put electronics. And here we have an option for live electronics. So I'm going to go ahead and click that. And I'm going to put number of parts 1. And for me, this is where it stops. I go ahead and click save. And then I go ahead and click submit on the bottom right corner. And within between 24 and 48 hours, you should have an email from ASCAP that says, okay, this piece is now a registered work with ASCAP. Now, just to show you what it looks like after you register to work, all you have to do is go back to your dashboard, click Works. Now you see the list populated with all the works that I registered with ASCAP. So one good example I can show you is this piece I wrote called Risala, which actually means letter in Arabic. So if I highlight Risala over here, you'll see a couple of things. The date created, January 31, 2018. You'll see its individual work ID, and you'll see that ASCAP actually accepted it into its registered work catalog. So I'm going to go ahead and click this. Now, the most important things to notice here is the share list and the instrumentation. So in my share list, you can see here that the composer is Saad Nadim Haddad. Again, this is the writer share. And then just as importantly, I have the publisher share as Dib Press that's owning the other 50%. The next really important thing to make sure that you have is the instrumentation tab here. We see the standard ensemble full orchestra, and then you see the duration, 15 minutes. So I need to make sure that all this information is correct and it's all good to go. Now, the beautiful thing about registering your works as a writer is as long as you linked your publishing account with your writer account when you are doing your registering, you don't actually have to go into your publishing account and register the works all over again. They should be automatically registered with your publishing account. So I'm going to show you how that looks like in my publishing account. So I'm going to go ahead and log out of my writer account here. And now I'm going to put in my username and password for my publishing account, which is DibPress. All right, now we're in my publishing account. You see here on the top, DibPress, member ID, and of course your IPI name number. And you'll see that I have 32 works registered with my publishing. You'll notice that my publishing is a little bit lower than what I have in my writer's account. That's because I have some works that are with another publisher. So these 32 works are actually the pieces that I've written for my concert music catalog. So of course I own the publishing rights to those pieces. So we're going to go ahead and see if Risala is in there. It was accepted on the same day, January 31st, 2018. And we can see here, if we go up to the share list and the instrumentation, it should be exactly the same as in our writer account. So here we go. This is the share list. Yep, just like in the writer account, we have the same exact information. And the instrumentation list, we have full orchestra and the duration 15 minutes. So that's it. Once you have everything in your catalog, you're ready for the next step, notifying ASCAP of your performances.